Hey everyone, really quick, just heads up on the episode. There was some clipping coming in from Jacob's mic during the first half of this episode, but we caught it about 15 minutes of the way through our recording session. So it's not for the entirety of the episode, but at the beginning you will notice some clipping in the mic whenever he speaks. But it goes away quite soon, and the rest of the episode sounds fantastic. So thank you for bearing with us and enjoy the episode. Hello, everybody. Episode 5. Here we are. Let's get right into it. Is Jacob here?
Jacob's here.
What about you, Adam?
Hello.
Connor, I think he didn't show up today, or are you there?
What? Wait, what?
Oh, he
there
just
he
got in. Hey, buddy. You made it just in time.
Sorry, I've just been hiding behind your recliner, Seth. I've actually been in the room the whole time.
Oh, yeah, you're right over there. I see you now. Making eye contact. Creepy.
Hey.
Okay, let's get into it. Just really quick recap. Basically, the guys decided to side with Gilbert and save his granddaughter, Marley, and they chose that path instead of saving the King of Aurum. The greeters, specifically Stretch, didn't like that, and they ended up killing him, and they escaped. So sad. Then you guys went to Gilbert's mansion on the northeast side of Aurum. I think I said northwest before. I apologize. It's northeast. I don't know my directions. But Gilbert there showed you the grand treasure clue, which was a piano key, which magically syncs into anything it's on and plays a note. Also, you got to meet Marley, who's his deaf granddaughter, and she's alive. And also, Paige is a nightmare.
Zippy hates her.
Yeah, she's the worst. Even Jacob hates her.
Even real life Jacob hates her. Yeah, and we ended off with you guys waking up. So here we are, the morning after, in Gilbert's mansion. You guys actually slept in quite late. You had a pretty rough day in the monkey dungeon, so you slept in, and it's about 11 a.m., so almost noon. What do you want to do?
Zippy knocks on Normandy's door. Knock, knock.
Come in.
Hello. How was your sleep, Norman?
It was great. I didn't even have a dream. I slept so deep. Slept like a baby.
You realize it's like 12 noon right now. The sun is high in the sky.
What? Oh my gosh, think about all the deals we've missed. Early bird specials. No.
I don't know anything about those. I was just saying how lazy you were. I know it seems like I slept in as well, but honestly, I just got lost in the huge bed. I'm just used to little burrows.
Actually, Zippy, you look a little shaken. Did you have any dreams?
Oh, I must have just not combed my hair this morning. Give me a second. I'll be back. 5 minutes.
I guess you could say he's having a bad hair day.
Oh my gosh.
That was
Good.
pretty good.
That's actually pretty good. That worked on
I think
several
we can just
levels.
end the podcast. We're done.
We're all going
F-
home.
F-
Normandy just says that to himself, and he's like really happy with it. He thinks he's pretty much like hit it out of the park, and he's just gonna like feel good all day because of it.
Yeah, Zippy had hopped away.
Darian, after waking up, went straight downstairs and requested some breakfast.
Okay, Darian, as you go down the winding staircase into the lobby, you make your way to the kitchen on the first floor. And in there, you see Gilbert, Marley, and Paige. Paige is wearing a bag over her head again with the eye holes cut out and a mean face drawn on. But they're all sitting at the breakfast table, and they're just eating some snacks. And Gilbert says, Darian, good morning, or good almost afternoon, I guess. Would you like something to eat?
Oh, yes, that'd be wonderful. By the way, Paige, that's a great look for you. Anyway, could I get some, let's see, what am I feeling today? Yeah, I'll take some raw buck with a side of some broken up cauliflower, please.
Yeah, you asked that, and out of one of the doors. You expect the butler Joey to come out, but actually a different guy comes out, and it's this half orc with a curly mustache and gray skin, and he says,
Yes, sorry, could you say that again? I'd love to hear that order. By the way, I'm the new butler here. My name's James.
Gilbert says, Oh, yes, this is James. We just hired him this morning. I thought we'd need an extra hand around here since we have more guests. Have you two met before? And James looks dead in your eyes and just goes,
No, I've never met this man before.
No, I'm pretty sure we have, actually.
No.
I recognize that mustache anywhere, actually.
How about,
No,
Darian, you and I go to the meat cellar and you can pick out the best cut you would like
You're right, and then we can catch up on old times. You're right. All right, let's go.
Does anyone know where the floss is? I have it. 2 huge teeth. I need some floss.
Joey is running up there and he's like, Zippy, it's in the top cupboard. Just look in the back left.
I'm extremely short. I can't see anything.
Can I come in, or is that, I don't know.
Just help me. I don't.
Okay. And Joey goes in the room to help Zippy with his floss.
I go downstairs,
Okay.
Is Gilbert still in the kitchen?
Yep.
Okay, I sit down, and I say, Gilbert, I was thinking about something that I want to run by you.
Oh, yeah, sure. Go ahead. What would you like?
All right, listen. We agree that Paul was amazingly inept. Well, at least too inept to get that amulet on his own. And talking with Darian last night, we realized that he was given that amulet by someone.
I think that's a reasonable explanation, yes.
My question is, why? And I think that when we go to Aurum today, we need to... Well, because if you think about it, someone gave that amulet to Paul, and it resulted in none of the greeters being in the city. And it makes me think that maybe someone gave that amulet to Paul to get rid of the greeters for some reason.
I didn't think about that.
Did you think about that, Seth?
No, Seth did. Seth thought about it. Gilbert didn't. Yes, I didn't think about that. No, I think that's a great plan, Normandy. I think we should look more into this. I think we need to get more of a bigger picture about what's going on.
You seem to get a lot of you seem to have a reputation around you, surrounding you around here, and we're not really well known. I'm wondering if you can help us in this manner.
Yes, I can. We can meet some people. We can start making connections, get some networking done.
Well, they say it's not what you know, but who you know. You know?
Oh, I know.
Oh.
Wink.
I catch it and put it in my pocket.
While you're at the dinner table, Marley looks at you and like gives a little wave, and Paige is like kind of trembling. She's sitting across from you at the table, but she still has her bag on her head.
Is the bag like trembling?
Yeah, it's like shaking.
I kind of wave to Marley with a warm smile, and then I say, Paige, if that's really who you are under there, why don't you come out and join us, eat some breakfast? By the way, Gilbert, I'll have 2 eggs over easy with bacon, please.
Joey, you heard him. I didn't hear anything. I'm still in here with Zippy.
Hey, NPC!
Just
Bacon and eggs!
I don't wear pants anyways. There's no need to just hang out by the door.
I just can't look at you if you're not wearing pants.
Just come in. Help! I need someone else.
But Paige looks at you and just like she replies. She's like, "No, I'm not Paige. She's like much more quiet now instead of the usual rambunctiousness she had earlier. But she just says, "I'm not Paige. I'm the master of ruler of all, maybe." And then she's just really like nervous and anxious in front of you.
Oh.
But anyways, cut. We're with Darian now. With James in the meat cellar. You're in like a cold locker in the basement of the mansion, and you can see all these like really big legs of cows and stuff like strung up to the ceiling and cut.
Oh wow!
Oh, that looks quite delicious, actually.
Yes, very delicious.
All right, James. So tell me, how'd you end up here? You know, haven't seen you for a couple days since, well, the raid happened, so how'd you get here?
Ixnay on the raid, Snay. In front of Gilbray.
I don't think you've done any of that pig Latin right, but that's all right. Why are you hiding it so much? I don't understand.
Well, think about it. We just attacked some people going to Aurum. I don't want to get found out that I was associated with those bandits. By the way, I just want to keep my butlering job since I'd lost it. I think you recall my backstory from the Talking Rock scene was that I was an ex-butler and I got kicked out and all my family's dead.
No, I recall.
Anyways, let's just pretend that this is a fresh start, okay? And could you tell your friends the same?
Actually, if I'm being completely honest, they're both a little bit of loose cannons. So the likelihood of them finding out in the next couple minutes is quite probable. So I mean, I probably won't say anything. I can try and let them know, but they can be a little unpredictable. If I'm, I'll do my best. Yeah, but in return, I just expect some exceptional service while we're staying here.
Oh, barnacles. Fine. Yes. I guess I am your butler as well now.
Oh, thank you, James. I greatly appreciate it.
Okay, let's go back. By the way, pick whatever meat.
Yeah, I look for some good venison on the rack.
That's beef. But okay, the venison's over there. Here.
I hope James becomes like a cult favorite amongst like everyone listening. James.
You better. Awesome. Okay, you guys head back upstairs. All right, Darian and James, you guys are going upstairs. And Zippy, I assume you're at the breakfast table now, or
Zippy's making his entrance downstairs. All right, this is all in Zippy's head. No, I'm shutting downstairs. Here I go, everyone. I'm coming downstairs. I've freshened up. I would like a house salad with green on top, like shaved greens. Anything green goes for me.
Lettuce works?
Absolutely. That sounds so nice.
Okay, I'll whip that up real quick.
Wait a second.
And Joey runs off.
Wait. Why is the dog at the table?
Oh, Normandy laughs. Normandy laughs. Good one, Zip.
It's just sitting right there with its hands on it. It's getting it all dirty. I thought we locked her up last night.
Marley is reading your lips, and she's just silently chuckling. Paige looks at you, and you can see the holes through the bag. Like, her eyes go, like, angry eyes. And she jumps off the chair, takes the bag mask off, and you see, like, a wrestler mask that was underneath the bag mask. And now she's just, like walking around, like tangoing with you, just like ready to pounce on you. It's like, oh yes, my rival, the Bunny Man. Good to see you. Hope you have a terrible day.
How did she even learn to talk like this? Who taught her?
I lean over
Gilbert
to Gilbert.
up.
I lean over to Gilbert and I say, "Look at our children playing. It's great to have family reunions."
Children?
Now, come on, Zippy. We better get ready to go.
What are you talking about? I'm way stronger than you. I'll arm wrestle you right now.
Well,
I accept that challenge.
Not you. Get away. Can someone get the leash on this thing?
She's gonna jump and try and put you in a grapple. Yeah, she missed.
Oh, okay.
She jumps at your neck, and you just duck, Zippy, and she goes falling over and just like does a somersault on the ground and hits her head on one of the statues.
Can this get any more pathetic? Can we just like put this thing away, please? I understand you're trying to make your little pet do tricks here, Gilbert, but it's not working for me. It's just shameful, really.
Oh, I'm sorry, Zippy. Paige, stop bothering Zippy, please.
Oh my gosh.
Just stop. And she's just like, you'll never control me.
At least it answers to calls.
Oh my gosh.
Brutal.
Zippy.
She's running in circles in the lobby. And then all of a sudden, while she's doing that, you hear the doorbell ring. And Paige freezes. And then she's just like slowly crawls up to the door, looks through the peephole, and you just hear it go,
Is it the mailman?
worse. And then she runs. She runs into the backyard. But there's a doorbell.
I look over at Gilbert and I raise my eyebrow and I say, "Were you expecting someone?"
No, actually, but I think I might know who it is.
Can I go
Please
get the
excuse
door,
me.
please?
Sure, Zippy. That would be really helpful.
All right. I'm gonna need someone to boost me to the doorknob. I'm a little short, please.
James, one more thing, James, just before we join the room. How did you get into Aurum? It turned into a little bit of a crap show there.
Okay, you want to hear real talk?
Honestly, just give me the quick and dirty. I don't need the long story.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Yes, I was hiding under a carriage, and the Golden Guards came in and they started flooding in the chasm. The people were fighting back and some were dying. A Golden Guard died really close to my carriage, so I snuck him under and I put on his clothes. And then I kind of like blended in the whole way. Pretty cool, huh?
Can I make an insight check on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's 13.
It doesn't seem very believable, considering it's James.
Yeah.
Man, I bet he killed like 100 people and blackmailed. He is like super sketchy, man.
James, I'm sorry, you're trying to tell me that you put on a full set of gold plate armor underneath a carriage in the middle of this whole scenario. I'm sorry, I don't believe you. What actually happened?
Okay, I didn't rappel down the rope. I just hid behind a tree until everything was just over, and then I went in the chasm and I found one on the ground. Okay?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I didn't need anything particular. I just wanted to know the truth.
Truth.
I think that was a bell though, so we should probably go back upstairs.
Yes, let's.
I've got the door, everyone. Since no one came to help me, I'll just jump and grab the doorknob. It's all right.
Oh yeah, Zippy, you can jump like 100 feet.
By the way, guys, this is James. Definitely never met James before. It was just a miscommunication.
James!
Totally
James!
never.
Hey,
No, totally.
James, you
Guys,
made it.
We have
Hey,
we have absolutely
it's so
never
good
met
seeing
this James before. This
James,
is a new
we
new
went
James.
through so much trouble before.
No,
like,
Zippy,
after.
I'd say common confusion. I was confused as well. Totally new James.
It seems
totally
like you're
new
confused,
person.
Darian, because we've definitely
James,
met
how
this
did you
man
get away from
before.
all those soldiers?
No, Normandy, I know what you're thinking. It's it's a different James. I think it's a distant relative. They just look similar.
Is this
New
because
James.
of the raw meat you ate, Darian, that you're confused about who this man is? Because it's clearly James. He gave us his whole backstory.
Look, I've been eating raw meat all my life and never had an issue. Look, that's besides the point. Totally different person, right, guys? And Darian, like, really badly winks at them.
Is your eye okay, Darian? It seems like it's a little broken right now. Let me answer the door, and then we'll just see if you're okay. It's nice to see you again, James. Zippy opens the door.
James just whispers,
Barnacles.
and then Gilbert looks at him and he's like, James, let's talk later, okay?
Yes.
We definitely just got him fired, man.
Gilbert,
Great job,
I can explain. It's a misunderstanding.
Anyways,
Zippy's
Zippy goes
opening
to the door. And you finally open the door. The bell kept ringing, by the way. And you open the door, and you see this little human boy wearing a wetsuit, and he just a little boyish face with brunette hair, and it's like all wet. He looks soaked, but he's wearing a wetsuit, and over like his chest on the top right part of the wetsuit, it says PP on it.
Gilbert, are you taking any more pets?
No. Why? Is there a stray animal at the door?
Zippy slams the door. Nope! No animal out there, just nothing. Must have been a few pranks.
You hear the doorbell ring again. The doorbell rings again. And Gilbert's like, okay, I'm coming over. And he comes over and he opens the door next to you. And you see the kid. And he's like, hi, Gilbert, it's me, Bradley. And I'm here to see Paige, my wife.
What?
Jeez, Bradley, no, stop
I
coming
lean back.
over here.
I lean back from my place in the kitchen or the dining room, so like kind of like tilting my chair back, and I look through the entryway and to check with this boy.
Yeah, you see the wetsuit wearing boy, and yeah, he's just at the doorway looking forward, and he says, "If you could, I would really like to be invited inside. I kind of play by vampire rules." Gilbert's like, "No, sorry," and he closes the door.
Thank you, Gilbert. We've already got enough ruffians around here.
Gilbert, who was that?
Just some kid, Bradley. He's in love with Paige. It's weird.
How does she feel about him?
She hates him, but he loves her. It's very troublesome.
I'm pretty sure she hates everything.
Actually, you might be right. She's we got to work on that.
What does she keep, Gilbert? What does she keep calling herself? She's like the Shadow something, or what is that?
She's just playing characters. She just plays pretend. I try not to get too involved.
Humor me.
Yeah, I don't really get it as well.
My theory is that she hates being herself so much that she desperately wants to be anything else.
Marley comes over and looks at Zippy and goes like, shakes her head no, and then she does some sign language, and then Gilbert says, "No, I think Marley's saying it's just insecurities, and she wants to be something she's not, or something like that."
You would know a lot about insecurities, wouldn't you, Marley? Boy name.
She sticks out her tongue at you, and then goes back to her seat at the table.
Wow, that was pretty savage, Zippy, I must say.
I've just had a rough morning.
Clearly.
You see in the windows now, the window that you were looking out, Normandy, Bradley's just staring through it now and just looking at you, and he's mouthing like, "Open the door, invite me in."
I use thaumaturgy to throw my voice to sound behind him.
Yeah.
And say, "Leave this place until Paige seeks your company."
He hears that, and then he says, "No, that won't work for me."
What a little creepo.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, okay, well then I just shrug. All right.
Here,
And
Gilbert, do you want me to handle this? Here, I've got this. And Darian draws his sword and starts walking towards the door.
Whoa!
Finally,
Oh,
he's going
boy.
to use his sword for something interesting.
Okay. You go to the door, you open it, and Bradley's out there, and he's at the door now again. He's like, "Hello, could you invite me in?"
Bradley, you need to leave. You're bothering this estate, and I am holding this sword in here, and I would rather not want to use it today. I just cleaned it last night. So if you
He
wouldn't
never
mind...
hits anything. He never hits anything. He always misses. You don't even have to be afraid.
Wow, thanks for throwing me under the bus on that one, Normandy.
I'm chuckling.
Bradley, if you would, please.
How about we make a bet? You want to make a bet?
Ooh, I love gambling.
No, I'll make a bet. I bet I won't let you in this house, and you should leave shortly before I kick you off the stairs.
Oh, come on.
I'll do
Just
it,
a
I'll
little
do
bet.
You have 3 seconds. 3,
I want
He
to
said
do it.
he'll do it. I hear
2,
he's saying he'll do it.
1.
Darian, stop. I want to do it.
I kick him off the stairs.
Whoa.
Okay, roll to hit.
It's not, like non-lethal. Let me. I'm just trying to like.
Yeah, I know. I won't do damage. I'm just seeing if you hit him or not.
Natural 20. He's dead.
Oh, that's Is that am I just adding my proficiency, or what am I? Hold on. Is it like an unarmed strike? Is that how we're classifying?
Yeah, unarmed. Yeah.
In that case, that is only an 8.
You try to Spartan kick this boy off the steps, and he dodges to the side, and he says, "Now that's not very nice, and I would know."
Because
Look,
I'm not nice.
I was straightforward with you on this one. I told you exactly what I was going to do if you didn't do it, and you were the one who tried to ignore me. I try and kick him
walk
again.
up. Oh, okay.
Wait, Normandy, what are you doing?
I walk up and unless he's already kicked, but if he hasn't, I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, "Now, Darian, relax. He's probably just selling cookies or something. Brad, is it Brad?
Yeah, it's Bradley.
What's this wager?"
Okay, I'm glad you asked. How about you play me in a one-on-one pyre pitch game?
What is that?
Wait, what? What? You don't know what pyre pitch is?
That laugh was so ominous. I'm having like serious second thoughts. No, I'm not from here. I don't know what that is.
Oh, come on, man. It's pyre pitch. Everybody plays pyre pitch.
All right, so just so I know what it is, but just so Darian knows, why don't you explain it as if you're explaining it to a really small child, just so he understands the game.
Yeah, truth be told, I actually don't know what it is, so sure.
Thanks,
What?
Darian.
Gilbert, you need new servants. Okay.
I am
real
no
quick.
servant, but continue.
Nor am I, you foolish boy. I almost said something else.
Okay, here's the rules. So there's a huge unlit pyre in the center of a football field. There's 2 teams of 3 players each, and you got to ignite the pyre in the center with either your flame color of red or blue. You have a whacker with a baseball bat, and his sole job is to play offense, but basically you got to beat the other team's whacker. After that, you also have to hit the lit gorb into the sticks. And then other 2 are divers, and they have to go into their own pools and jump into it. It's random which pool is which because you might get in the path of victory or the path of denial. If you're in the path of victory, you got to get the flea flame. And then you get the flea flame, you got to bring it above ground and then start making the gorb.
Where's the pitch? Brad, where's the pile that we got to light?
It's in the middle! And then,
Is
as
it-
he's explaining this very complicated game, you hear a window upstairs open, and you see Paige stick her head out and just yell, "Bradley, go away!" And Bradley stops mid-explanation, backs up, and then he pulls a rose out of his wetsuit, where you don't know where he was keeping that. It was really weird. But then he gets down on one knee, and he's like, "Oh, Paige, I have come for your hand once more. I am in love with you. Please answer my calls." And then, and Paige just goes, "Bradley, no! Zippy, go get him! Or Darian, or Norman. Please."
Wait, does she not like me?
Did you say that out loud as Norman?
Yeah, sure. Hey, does Paige not like me?
Paige is getting embarrassed, and she closes the windows and hides inside.
What the
And
heck?
Bradley walks up to you with the fury of 1,000 men and grabs you by the collar. Well, really, it's like your belt because you're on it, like he's a small child. And he's like, "Do you say Paige doesn't like you? Then I don't like you."
I pick up Bradley.
Ah! You pick him up.
And,
Let me go! I'm just a little boy.
Yeah, I'm aware. And then I do like a big heave-ho and just like toss him away.
Okay. You toss him, and he actually goes really far because you're actually really strong, Darian. And he just goes, and it's like, "We're blasting off again." And he goes, and he like rolls over like the fence between the circle like driveway and the house. And he goes over the fence, and he like rolls, and he's like, "Ugh. Okay, fine, I'll give up today, but I will be back.
Best of luck.
Mark my
Bradley, and I close the door before he finishes his line.
word." Bradley's Bradley's gone. Okay.
Can you 2 get back in here and eat your breakfast? It's just been sitting in here all alone and it's getting so cold.
Oh, your lettuce is getting cold.
Oh yeah, venison.
My lettuce is preferably cold.
I sit down. And I kind of make like a casual hand gesture. I say, "So Gilbert, we're going to Aurum, and are you coming with us?"
Yeah, I would love to join. I'll show you around the city, and we'll shop around, get some supplies, and I think we said we wanted to investigate the key some more there, right?
That's right, and I'd like for at least if you guys are welcome to join us as well, Darian and Zippy, about looking into this amulet that we found and why Paul would have had it, because I suspect that whoever gave it to Paul wanted Paul to lure all the greeters away from the city for some reason.
Well, I want to explore this whole piano key fiasco. That's what I'm interested in right now.
Well,
Yeah, we should definitely do that too.
I've got this Tinder soul that I've got a date with as well, so I gotta figure.
Shouldn't that be my Tinder soul? We haven't discussed that, but I'm the one
gonna
who's
go with no. You can keep the hat, but other than that, we're good.
I earned the hat. We need to. I feel like we should. You should earn the Tinder soul. So let's pull on it together and see who wins.
I'm gonna go with a solid no.
No.
This Tinder soul is mine, and that's where I draw the line.
Darian, you're so mean.
I'm sorry for hurting your feelings.
Gilbert, we don't really have that much gold on us. At least I don't. I only have around, like 75 gold. I get the feeling that Aurum's going to be a pretty expensive place. What about kind of supporting us for the first stint?
Yes, of course. Since we're partners now, it's only fair. I was thinking for a budget for today, we would get 500 gold each.
Well, I mean, I guess that's all right. I mean, look at this place. I mean,
Like, we could do more, but I think we should really ration our funds for this journey.
I would like more, please.
Persuasion check.
who? All of us or just Zippy?
Just Zippy.
Yeah, I
if
was
he
the one
asks.
who asked. Oh no. Could I get advantage on that, please?
No.
I got an 8 then.
Okay. He says, Zippy, think reasonably. We can't blow all of our money right now. 500 should be more than enough for anything you need.
Well, how about this,
You're
Gilbert? We haven't been to the city yet. How about we start with the 500, and then if something comes up, we'll just play it by ear.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Gilbert, for talking to me like a man, unlike Darian.
What? What? I'm not dealing with this right now. I'm eating my venison.
The more you sass me, the more I'm gonna try and sleight of hand your little green orb there.
Zippy, I mean this with all the seriousness in the world. You take my Tinder soul, I will take your left paw's finger.
It seems that a man's tender soul is a man's pride. It should be easy to steal.
Well, you can sure try.
Well, this has been so much fun. Gilbert,
Eat
do you
your
want-
breakfast! It's still sitting there!
Bacon.
While you guys are having that tense moment, your actual drunkard's hat just went off naturally, Zippy, and you can tell that the coffee that James seems to be drinking is actually wine. And he's just like, barnacles, again. He's getting ready to leave because you're going to get him fired. But anyways, you guys finish up breakfast, and then you get ready to go to Aurum. Is that what you want to do? You guys want to go?
Heck yeah, baby.
I just want to.
All right.
I just want to pull Gilbert aside for one quick thing just before we leave,
Sure.
and say, "Look, Gilbert, I know you're gonna have a conversation with James later. Just before you make any decisions, let's just have a quick conversation about it. All right?"
Sure. What do you have to say?
Oh, nothing right now. Just if anything comes up in your conversation with James, let's just talk about it first before you decide on anything.
Okay. Sure. I'll do that. And he agrees.
Nice one.
So, you guys get all your adventuring gear together, and you head out of the mansion. Paige and Marley are being left at home with Joey and James for them to babysit. Yeah, you leave and you get on your horses, specifically Long-Faced Cloppy Hooves, Tea Leaf, and Denmark, your horses. And you get on them and you start... Actually, before you start riding away to Aurum, everybody make a perception check.
Ooh, yes. First dice roll of the night for me.
15 for Zippy.
Actually, same, 15.
That is a 9 for Darian.
Okay, Darian doesn't notice. But the two of you notice that Bradley was trying to sneak, and he's like holding on to the underside of Tea Leaf, Darian's horse. And he's just like, holding onto the holsters. It's pretty obvious. But he was going to try and sneak away with you guys, but he's just under there, and he sees you notice him, and he's just like, hi.
Zippy talks to the Tea Leaf, the horse. Are you just gonna let him hang on you like that? That's kind of weird there, Tea Leaf.
Well, I think it feels all right.
That is exactly how I pictured Darian's horse to sound.
My metagaming mind is just going nuts. I keep feeling like I want Brad around. I just have this feeling, guys, that he's going to be important for some reason.
Zippy, why are you talking to my horse?
Sorry, Darian. It's just your horse seemed a little uncomfortable. It must have been the amount of breakfast you ate back there.
Hey, Brad, what are you doing? Do you need a ride?
Wait, you're talking to
Aurum?
Brad? What the hell? And I jump down and I kick Brad off the bottom of the horse.
Normandy, you shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, he's like looking at you, Normandy, and he's like, well, actually, I wouldn't mind a ride. Oh, and then he gets kicked, and then he like falls off. And then you see, and he goes, Tea Leaf, why'd you rat me out? And Tea Leaf replies to Bradley, and it's like, I'm sorry. You were scratching my belly. I kind of lost my senses. Woo.
What the? You can speak horse?
Oh, yeah, I can. Pretty cool, huh?
What the? Gilbert, why does he know how to talk to a horse?
To be honest, that's a new one for me, actually. I didn't know that. Bradley, that's incredible.
Brad, why do you want to go to Aurum?
Hmm?
You said you wanted to ride. Why?
Because I live there, and I kind of walked all this way this morning, and it took forever.
I sigh.
And I'm kind of too small to ride a horse properly.
Come on.
Tea Leaf said he'd wanted to stay.
I think you two are getting a little too hung up on just a little wetsuit-looking boy. We need to move to Aurum. It's already getting a little late.
I'm with you, Zippy.
I'll drop him off when we get there. Come on, get on up.
But he has
Thank
to hang
you.
on to the bottom of Tea Leaf like he did before.
No, he's not touching my horse.
Fine. Denmark, it's up to you.
I pull him up.
Denmark replies to Zippy since he's asking, and he's like,
No.
Why does my horse sound like a loser?
What is wrong with that horse?
he's an older horse. He's a little bit more sickly.
No.
But he's like,
no, no, please.
I'm
Denmark
oblivious
doesn't
to
want him
this.
on.
Wet children do not deserve to be on my fine back.
You're absolutely right. You deserve better in your old age.
Brad is now on my horse with me.
Fine. he accepts. Denmark accepts it, and he's on. So you guys ready to go?
Yeah, lead the way.
All right. Gilbert has his own horse, which is unnamed. He didn't name it. You can name it if you want. And he starts leading the way to Aurum. As you guys are going across, it's just more fields. He lives on the outskirts. Like, there's no other houses here, just some barns and some farmland, and there's an orchard up north. But basically, you guys just keep going, and then you get to the city wall, the actual city walls, and there's more gold guards there at the entrance. It's pretty similar to the border walls, but this is obviously much lighter security, and they kind of let you guys through. And you are in Aurum, and we are going to take a break.
Woohoo!
Hey everybody, it's me, Seth, DM, regular guy, Seth. Anyways, we got a lot of stuff to shout out, a lot of people to mention, so I'm gonna get right into it. Our first up is the sponsor for this episode this week, which is the Dungeons and Blackguards podcast. These guys are some serious hardcore supporters of the show. They were one of the first supporters we ever had, way back in the prologue days. And yeah, they're fantastic. And they are actually, well, they're also, first off, I'll say they're a D&D 5e actual play podcast. So they're very similar to what we do. And the other thing is that they are actually just about to launch. Their show isn't up yet, but it will be up on November 9th. So just over a week away. And they are doing it Netflix style. So their whole season 1 is going to be released in one batch, like the whole shebang, all the episodes right out the gate. Then after that, I believe they're going to be doing a regular release schedule of the season 2 episodes. But the first season is going to be there. It's going to be all available November 9th. Tune in then. Thanks again, guys. Seriously, everybody go check them out. They're on Twitter as well, at D&D Blackguards, if you want updates on their launch. So yeah, go check them out. Next up, you may have noticed some music. There's going to be more music in the second half as well, but all the music in this episode was actually handmade for us. That is correct. It was handmade for us by Adam's very own brother, Jacob. Not Zippy Jacob, but actually Adam's brother, Jacob. Super talented guy. Seriously, thank you. huge shout out to you, Jacob, for helping us. And hey, if you guys need any music stuff done, get in contact with us and we'll hook you guys up because he can do that. Next, speaking of music, you can actually get our entire soundtrack and all the songs that Jacob makes or we make. You can get all of that on our Patreon for the $10 amount. And the only reason I'm mentioning the Patreon in this weird tie-in is because we wanted to give a specially huge thank you to Bill, our very first Patreon ever. Thank you, Bill. Your support means the world to us. And in honor of you, we are going to name a NPC after you. So the next Bill you see is going to be named after you. So keep an ear out for that. By the way, I'll give a mini shout out for Bill. He actually is a part of a D&D Twitch show called Vagrants and Vagabonds. They stream every Thursday at 6 p.m. EST. So go check them out. Yeah, thank you again, Bill. Other than that, social media, if you want to keep up with our stuff, we're on Facebook, Cheaper by the Dungeon, on Twitter, @CheaperDungeon. And, we actually had some people in the shopping that's going to happen in the next half. We had some people actually submit some items that, suggestions. So if you want to shoot suggestions to us, we're always willing and able to, accept those. So just, post on Twitter or Facebook, hashtag it, Cheaper Dungeon, so that we can find it. And, you never know. The more you help us out, the more we might just start picking random Twitter people's names for sharing our stuff and use those as the NPC names. But yeah, so follow us Facebook, Twitter, and also rate us on iTunes. That helps a lot. Or just, keep listening. Other than that, our next episode 6, will be up in 2 weeks on November 13th. Closer and closer to Christmas, you guys. So November 13th, episode 6 will be up. I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode. I thought it was really, really funny. And have a good one. See you guys. Okay, we're back. You guys are inside Aurum with 500 gold in each of your pockets, and
Ooh, nice.
you see just you're in kind of a residential area of Aurum, right, to begin with, and you see it's kind of like European-style buildings, like with one house on top of another, and it's very just cobblestone streets, and you see some stables to your right, and Gilbert says for all of you to go over there and park your horses. So you go over there, tie them up, make sure they're good to go, and Bradley hops off your horse, Normandy, and says, "Thanks for the ride. I can take it from here. Here's a little tip." Ding! And he flicks you up 1 gold coin because he's a douchebag.
I catch it and I say, a gold piece saved is a gold piece earned. Now, Bradley, let me just ask you a quick question. Do you have access, or do your parents have access to a map of this country?
On me? No. But maybe? I don't think so. I would go to a store and buy one of those.
You know what? I'll take the hint.
Okay,
I'll wait with you. Go away.
I'm running away.
Did you really think that boy had a piece of map inside that very slim wetsuit right there?
Oh, that's right.
You think we'd be able to see it? That boy only came with his emotions to that house for Paige there. There was nothing else he brought.
I was kind of hoping that, maybe his parents had one that he could go steal, and I was going to, pay him the gold coin back, but I guess I'll just go buy one. Might be better.
His one piece of insulation in the suit was the map.
Yeah.
It was the only thing keeping him warm. Okay, Bradley runs off back home, and he appreciates the ride. And as Telltale Games would say, Bradley will remember that.
You owe me a favor!
Unfortunately, I will forget him entirely.
Man, he is going to come back and kill us one day. I bet he's super powerful.
Okay, Gilbert addresses you guys and says, "All right, boys, so what do we want to do first? We want to get some shopping out of the way, and then we'll look for some clues about this key?
I would love to go shopping. That sounds like my absolute favorite thing to do right now. I've had a wonderful breakfast with my friends right here, and shopping seems like the next step of action, I believe.
Yeah, I think I have some business with the blacksmith, with something I've come across.
The blacksmith. I could, when we're done there, I could definitely get some new magical items too, Gilbert, if you know a place.
Yes, I think we can make do with all of those things. Let's. What did you say? The blacksmith first?
Yes. Why don't we stop by there?
All right.
Darian, what was that about? You found something back there. Is that you said you have something of interest for the blacksmith?
Yes, this Tinder soul that I came across and found, I was hoping that he could do a custom job for me.
Oh, yes, I remember that. Thanks for holding on to that for me. I'm so glad you went into that tree, where exactly where I told you to go and search, because I was the one who thought of that idea, and so I just thank you for getting that,
Zippy,
for me.
I don't know how many times I can tell you this. I found the Tinder soul. It's mine. It's not yours, and you're never going to get it. Unless you pry it from my cold, dead hands.
I just don't think that's necessarily fair, because I spurred you in that direction. I should at least get something out of this.
Tell you what, you've got the hat, and you can keep the hat, and we'll call it square.
I earned this hat. I pried it out of your hands after you threw it away.
No, you earned nothing. Gilbert, you said the blacksmith was this way?
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it's down in Aurum's center, but and Gilbert looks around, and you notice that actually the passerby. By the way, the people in Aurum you've firstly noticed are quite multiracial. Like there's centaurs, there's elves, there's gnomes, there's everything, and they all look quite noble. They all look quite well off, and you notice that
DM, sorry, are there tieflings here too?
Yes, there are tieflings.
Are there any that have like the same tan coloring as I do?
No, there's none with tan coloring. Most are kind of red or gray. That's kind of the base colors. But anyways.
Okay, well, if we're sticking with Telltale Games, I'm gonna remember that.
Okay. But you remember, but you notice that the passersby are looking at you guys as you're arguing quite loudly, and they're kind of giving weird, strange looks to you, Darian. And Gilbert notices this and comes to you and says, Darian, do you mind actually wearing this cloak? Eladrin, there's none really in this plane, or quite commonly in this plane, and I think you might be drawing attention. I apologize, but could you please just wear this cloak to keep a low profile?
Yeah, I can definitely look at doing that, but it seems rather multicultural here. Like, do you really think I'm going to draw that much attention to myself?
Well, I think you are an Eladrin, and you're green. People don't see green elves very often. You look like well, some might call you an oversized goblin. But, yeah, I think it might be best if we keep a low profile, especially as we're kind of handling some sensitive information with the Grand Treasure key.
Well, for such a large city, it seems quite uncultured. All right. For the sake of our investigation here, I'll keep a low profile.
Okay, thank you.
Wow, Darian, thinking about others beyond yourself. It's a big day for you.
Coming from a sociopath.
Well,
anyway.
and to be honest, Darian, you look like a damn lizard. You know, tall, green.
Oh my goodness, Normandy!
Excuse me, coming from the goat standing in front of me? Your
I have
horns are
two
ridiculous.
horns. I have two horns, but I don't have any hooves, as you can I waggle my fingers in front of his face. Clearly humanoid person with a tail that looks more like almost dragon, hardly a goat. I understand the mistake. But I just, and I think that what I'm trying to say is, I think the gold.
How dare you insult an Eladrin? You are nothing compared to the pure bloodline that is the Eladrin from the Feywild. Normandy, that is quite insulting to someone like myself. I just want you to know what you've said to me today.
Well, Darian,
No, I'm done with this. Where's the blacksmith?
Gilbert speaks up. As a human, I don't think I can butt in that conversation. But yes, if we want to make our way this way to Aurum Center, we can.
I think it's best that we just move over there and forget about this past couple of seconds here.
Agreed. Let's go.
Although I think some things can never be forgotten.
Zippy remembers that again. Okay. Yeah, so you guys make your way down the streets of Aurum. And as you get closer and closer to the center of Aurum, you notice the buildings are getting more regal, just higher class and higher class people are showing up. And actually, as you are making your way down this street, you hear a bell clanging, and you see this basically town crier appear, and everybody around you is looking extremely sad. You feel like this depressing wave just hit you, and you hear the town crier just saying, "Attention! King Pontus Alvaro is dead! He's dead! The funeral will be held this evening at 7 p.m. in Aurum Center. Please come and support the passing of our king."
I'm starting to feel bad now, that he's dead because of us, basically.
Well, I think that's mostly because of you, Normandy. You kind of made that decision.
True. Gilbert, no regrets at all, friend. We totally did the right thing. Forgot you were there for a second.
Normandy, you always shove off these responsibilities whenever we call you out on things. Would you maybe like to... it must hurt inside, the idea that all of this sadness around the city is mostly coming from you.
Yeah. Remember, the blood's on your hands, Normandy.
I bear the consequences of my actions heavily. It's true.
It seems like you just don't, though. You just quickly went to Gilbert there as soon as we brought it up.
Gilbert interrupts and puts a hand on Normandy's shoulder and says, "I know it's a tough decision, and I know it's a loss, but I think you made the right decision, Normandy. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate what you did for me."
Oh, well, it was the obvious thing to do.
And he turns to you guys and says, "Boys, as I said, that king was on his way out of this world anyways. I think this occurrence would have happened given 3 more months anyways. So we shouldn't dwell on this."
I completely understand that. It just seems like he has some things he needs to figure out here. I don't think Normandy has the emotional capabilities to handle this situation, and he's just sort of brushing it off.
Normandy tears up a little bit and he goes, "Zippy, you always cut me to the quick."
Why are you crying? We're in the middle of a town.
I'm not crying.
Hold it together. See, this is exactly what I was saying.
I run into the blacksmith shop.
Okay. Well, you run towards it. You run ahead.
Gilbert, do you have some extra diapers with you? We may need them.
Well, I know a shop that carries... Wait, no, we're not going to pick those up.
Why would you know where that shop is?
I'm getting old, Zippy. I'm getting very old. Don't ask about my personal life. Okay,
He was looking for a Viagra.
You guys. Oh yeah, there's a shop for that. You guys go further into Aurum Center, and you finally arrive, and you find that it's just this wide open courtyard. It's massive, and the cobblestone is turned to gold flooring, and you see that. To the north, you see stairs, a long, winding staircase that goes all the way up to the impressive castle of Aurum, up on a hill to the north. But the stairs lead down to this courtyard, this massive golden courtyard, and on the outskirts of this rectangular square are lots of shops, fruit stands, just merchants bartering. It's just a really bustling center. With lots of merchandise to be bought. So you guys want to go to the blacksmith?
Totally.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Gilbert leads you, and there's a place called Two Balls Anvil. Gilbert says, "This place is actually the most impressive blacksmith shop in probably the world. It's run by the Two-Ball clan of dwarves, and they are just impressive smiths. So anything you need, I'm sure you can find it here. Let's go in." As you go in, you see it's a very humble, small shop. There's actually no merchandise to peruse around in the front. There's just a very large counter. But you can see behind is where all the merchandise is. They keep it behind the counter. But you see this girl just kind of blowing bubble gum and just leaning over the desk looking really tired. But you guys enter and you hear the little bell ring from the door. What do you want?
Hold on, Seth. First off, on a scale of 1 to 10, how's she doing? Like, is she hot? That's what I'm asking.
Is she hot? 1 sec. Let me grab a D20. That's the only way to determine.
1 out of 20.
She's all right. She's okay, I guess. Yeah, she's okay. If I had to put it numerically, I'd say she's an 11 out of 20.
All right. Not quite a 6, but not as bad as a 5.
Yeah.
Darian, could you do me a favor? Put me on your shoulders so I could see a bit better. Everything's a little high for me down here.
No.
You can go on my shoulder, Zip. I got handles, my horns here.
Gilbert?
I am an old man. I can try, but I have a bad back recently.
All right, I'll go right up there. You won't even notice me.
Okay.
Oh, and then I say, hey, Gilbert, I really like your hair.
My hair?
If Zippy's up there, Rabbit.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
That went over my head. Oh my goodness.
Over my head?
Over my hair. Okay, you got.
Normandy chuckles and walks into the shop.
You got on Gilbert's back. He takes 2 damage. Oh, my back. Okay.
I can see everything from up here. It's like I'm like one of you guys.
Paige and Marley are significantly lighter than you. Let's go in. And
Darian pats Gilbert on the back and casts Cure Wounds. And his pats on the back goes, "You'll be fine."
Okay, I'm just gonna say he gets back up to max health.
That was so considerate.
And he's like,
Connor. Aw.
Oh yes.
I do what I
man.
can.
Oh, I need you to do that for me daily. Ooh, that felt good. Okay, thank you, Darian.
This was more of a one-time thing. Let's not make a habit
Yeah,
of it.
you say that
Spell
now, but
slots,
then I'll
Gilbert.
pay you more gold. And, anyways, let's go in. Okay, so you're in Two Balls Anvil's shop. I've given you guys the inventories already. What would you like to purchase, if anything?
Is there anybody at the counter?
Yeah, there's a girl and she's like chewing bubble gum, and you see a name tag that says Casey.
Casey?
Yeah.
Okay, I walk up
Ooh.
forward. Well, hello there, Casey.
Hi, how you doing?
Are you... Oh goodness. Are you the individual I talked to about, getting custom jobs done?
Oh, yeah. You're looking for some custom jobs, are you?
She's a smoker.
Yes, that is what I said.
Okay, sugar. Let me go get, the boss. He deals with all the custom jobs.
Alright, thank you.
And Casey walks away. Okay, so you see this little dwarf come up to the counter, and he has an eye patch over his left eye and a huge ginger beard and just a bald head of hair. Well, no hair, just bald. And he comes up to the counter and says,
Ooh, Cassie was telling me that, you're looking for a custom job, huh?
Yes, I have this here. And I open my satchel, or pouch, or whatever the heck I have, and I take the Tinder Soul and I drop it on the counter. You,
Ooh,
are you familiar with these?
that's a Tinder soul. Now,
Yes.
where did you find one of these?
Yes, well, we happened to, stumble across, the body of an ant, and a certain furry friend of mine happened to help point it out. But, so we found this, and I have a special, request that I'd like to use it for.
Sure, tell me.
So, here, let me show you this. And I draw my sword from my back, and I place it on the counter as well. And then proceed to twist the dial, pushing a button near the center of it, and it pops the dial out of the hilt, where you can see there's another gem currently slotted. You see, I want to look at being able to refine this Tinder Soul into a gem that can fit into one of these slots here.
Ooh, well, let me take a look at this weapon first, just to get familiarized. Oh, jeez. What is this? Is this steel, or? I have never seen material like this before.
It's a very particular kind of steel. It's are you familiar with mechanos?
What?
Mechanos parts? Have you ever?
Sorry, I don't speak Italian.
No, it's not All right, I guess you're just not familiar with. I figured that the best blacksmith in all of Aurum would be familiar, but that's all right. That's all right. No. So this is yes, it's a very unique kind of metal, rather rare in this plane by the looks of it. That I actually forged this sword myself through different customization and salvaging. That actually has the ability to channel energy through the blade. And so I want to look at refining the soul to the point that I can use it as an energy source for the blade.
Well, it's very shoddy craftsmanship, I must say.
If you... it's a little harsh coming from somebody who's never even heard the name Mechanos before, but alright.
But you're saying you put in these stones, and it goes into the blade, and then the magic affects it?
Yes, the way the construction you can see, and I start showing him the different layering and kind of some of the under pieces of the blade itself. You can see here the way it's constructed. It actually has the ability to shift form dependent on the kind of energy source that's been placed into it. Now I've only got one here that I've done some experimenting with and using, but I'm currently in the process of trying to find new energy sources for the blade and to be used, and I think this Tinder Soul could be something magnificent.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get the picture, but... Wait.
And he starts looking at you now, and he sees under the cloak, and he sees your green face, and he says,
Are you feeling okay? You look a little sick.
See, that's what
Yes,
I'm saying.
No, I'm feeling quite all right. Well, mostly. Yes, no, it's nothing to be concerned about. Don't worry.
Okay, just checking. But anyways, I'm starting to get the picture. I think I understand. You want to take the Tinder Soul and refine it into a stone to be used for the blade.
Yes, exactly. And you can see in the dial here, this is the rough proportions that I need the stone to fit into.
Okay, yeah, yes.
and you see his face starts to light up. He's like,
Oh, you came to the right man. What's your name?
Darian Branch.
Well, nice to meet you, Darian.
and he puts out his hand to shake yours.
It's nice to meet you as well, and I shake it in return.
I'm going to make this. I'm going to make this work. I'm very intrigued by this project. But one question before I take it and start working. Do you have enough gold?
How much is this going to cost me?
Well, I'll probably have to team up with Blue for this one, since it's got magical properties. And, have to work on it a little bit harder. Carry the one. 4,000 gold should do it.
I must say that's a rather steep price for what I'm familiar with.
Well, you have to understand, Darian, I'm working with a soul, and I'm trying to put it in a sword. And that's kind of a big deal.
Is... Not that I'm inclined to, but if I was to explore more the mechanics of the blade and make you familiar with some of these things, and some of my own, I guess you could say, personal trade secrets, could we look at possibly reducing the cost?
You mean by doing some of the work yourself on it?
No, but I could... You're not familiar with Mechanos parts. I'd be willing to discuss Mechanos parts with you and make you familiar with some of the pieces in this blade that you could potentially look at using for your own work in the future at a reduced cost.
Well, that depends. This is the first time I've come across this material. How common is it? How easy is it to get? Because if it's not easy to get, I don't want to work with it.
It's fairly uncommon, but I can tell you it's some of the most quality metals that you can come across.
Actually, I don't think that's very true.
And he takes out a spyglass and he kind of starts examining it. And he's like,
Yeah, see, it's good quality, but it's not, adamantium, for example.
No, that's fair, but can adamantium transform its shape and construction based on a power source being run through it? From my understanding, we're talking about fixed formats here and fixed shapes. You know, they may be very strong, but, you know, an axe is still an axe at the end of the day. These metals have the ability to change their overall structure based on the energy put through them, and I'd be willing to show some of that to you.
Let me think.
Roll a persuasion check.
Yeah, so that's a 10 plus 1, so that's 11.
He's not convinced because he still isn't sure if it is the Mechanos material or if you're bluffing or what, because it is very foreign. It might just be some weird magical trick.
Fine, let me prove it to you. And I take the dial back off the counter, I slam it in the hilt of the blade, and I activate it.
Hold up, here we go.
Oi.
Okay, your blade transforms and shifts into a great sword like it did before, and you can see he's taken aback and is like,
Oi, I've never seen something like that before. Whoa. Oh, do you mind if I take a quicker look now?
Fine, but you better be quick about it. This is only a temporary state.
He takes the great sword and he examines it and sees, and eventually he sees, in his hands it gets very hot because it's overheating. He's like,
Oi, what's going on?
Yeah, you might want to be careful. The energy source, hasn't been completely refined, and it still needs a little bit of work for channeling the heat.
Okay, you know what? I'll take 750 off the total. But you have to leave the sword here for me to examine further.
Ooh, that's
The
hard.
job will take about 4 days.
I'll take that deal, but I get the sword back before the end of the day.
2 days.
1.
1.5.
Tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
and you shake.
But would that be tomorrow afternoon? Like, are we talking 24 hours here, or like 30?
Yeah, basically 24 hours in a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's not
so
saying that he's gonna
27
have
hours.
the sword done in a day.
Yeah,
He
so
said
the
4
gemstone
days.
will be refined in 4 days because that takes time.
But he gets the sword back in a day. All right, got it.
Yeah, because he's just looking at the sword. He wants to study it further.
I'm learning a lot about this sword right now. This is cool. We've kind of just only breezed over it before.
Yeah, I know.
It's neat.
Sword's coming out. It's transforming your minds.
Sword's coming out.
Okay, you shake on the deal, and he's like, "All right, I'll get right to work, Darian." And he takes the Tinder Soul, which is like a walnut that's glowing green, and he takes it and he smashes it on the floor. And then from the walnut, you see this white and black flame come out, and he grabs a bottle and scoops it up and caps it. And he's like, "See, that's the actual Tinder Soul there. But anyways, I'm off. I'll get to work right away. Thanks again, Darian."
Thank you. Gilbert, can I talk to you for a moment?
Yes, sure. What do you need?
I'm gonna need a little bit of extra finances to help pay for this sword.
Well, okay, but I only have 2,000 on me, and I don't think we should be using these funds for anything not related to, like, the quest of the Grand Treasure, because we'll need to ration out these funds for
Okay.
our journey if we want to be able to do it
Says
successfully.
I put my hand on Darian's shoulder, and I say, "Gilbert, I can personally vouch for Darian's character. He's an excellent swordsman, and his reputation will grow the sooner he has that blade. I think it's a worthy investment for all of us, and especially when we want to think about getting that grand treasure. He's going to be a key element to that, so we want him to be well equipped. I think it's worth it."
Zippy puts his elbow on top of Gilbert's head and then rests his chin in his hand while he's thinking.
Yeah, you're still on his back.
Yeah, I personally seen Darian swing that sword a little bit back and forth. He's pretty good at it.
Thank you, Zippy. And thank you, Norman.
I smile.
Okay, I'm going to have you roll a persuasion check to get the extra funds, but do it with advantage since you got help from both Zippy and Normandy to endorse you.
Sure. That's going to be 17.
I don't know. That's a lot of money.
He looks distraught and says, "Okay, if you think this is really worth it."
This will
I
go
will-
so far. You have no idea, Gilbert.
We can put the 2,000 towards the sword, but you'll have to make the rest on your own. But
That's all right.
we are not going to do this again because we need the funds, or else we won't be able to even travel outside of Aurum with the current funds if we drain the pool anymore.
No, I understand. I'll think of something.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Okay, so you have the 2,000 loan. Ivan comes back. That's the name of the dwarf, by the way, and he says,
By the way, Darian, it's pay on pickup here. So once the job's done, then you can pay.
just so you know.
All right. Ivan, do you want to throw in a composite bow just to sweeten the pot a little bit there?
No, I already decreased the total funds, so you don't get no compound bow for free.
All right, that's fair.
Okay. Do any of you want to buy anything from the blacksmith?
Oh,
Normandy, or
yes,
something?
I've been eyeing this certain dagger from on top of your head, Gilbert. Do you see it? Just walk over there, please.
Sure. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Zippy pulls it off the wall, the dagger. And, you see, Gilbert? He waves it kind of in front of his head, dangling it from above. This thing sure looks pretty good. It looks like the old carrot peelers from back in the bramble patch. Oh, dear, but oh no, Gilbert, it's 600. What am I gonna do? I only have 500. Do you think you could spot me as well, Gilbert? It's only 100 more. You gave Darian a full 2,000.
Gilbert's like, I was so afraid of this.
Give him an inch, you give him a mile.
Ivan comes back and says,
Oh, you're a little fuzzy boy. You're looking at the carrot peeler, huh?
Yes, it looks exactly like the type of thing I would use on a daily basis. For many purposes, such as shaving, carrot peeling. Kidding, I don't shave. I like my fur. And also slaying my enemies.
and slaying my enemies.
Are you willing to pay the 600 for it?
Well, if I get my friend's help right here, what do you say, Gilbert? I would be most helpful in the whole span of the whole team with it. I promise.
You know what, Ivan, we have a pretty big deal going here. Do you think, maybe you could give it to my friend for 500?
Persuasion check.
Darian or me? Because Darian seems like...
Darian. Darian's doing it.
Oh, but that is a natural frickin' 20.
It's
Okay.
mine!
You know what? Since we have such a good deal going and I like you guys, you can have it for 300, half price.
Oh, that's so wonderful!
Nat 20. You gotta be kidding me.
It's sitting right here, man. You can come look at it.
Okay. So you want that, Zippy?
I would love that. I'll put down the 300 right now. Slam on the table.
Oh, don't damage my table now. Okay.
And he takes it, and you have the carrot peeler, which I will, for the listeners, it's a +1 dagger that deals max critical damage on all plants and plant-based creatures on a hit. Very good when dealing with any plants.
And just to confirm, the name of the weapon is carrot peeler, but it also looks like a carrot peeler, right?
Yes, it is. It's technically a dagger, but it looks like an actual carrot peeler that you would use in a kitchen.
That's amazing.
It seems like it was made for me.
It kind of was. Spoiler, everybody. That was a fan submission.
Legit?
Thank you, everybody. Yes, it was actually.
Oh, sick. That's awesome.
Okay, so Norman, do you want anything here, or are you good to go?
Do you know what? I'm gonna wait. Thank you, Ivan. Yeah, thank you. I'll be back one day soon.
He thanks you for your business, and you guys head out the shop.
Wait, do we get little takeaway bags or anything?
Yeah, you have you have a bag, and it's 2 dwarves, a boy and a girl, back to back, arms crossed. One you notice is Ivan, the other one you don't recognize, but they're back to back, and it just says 2 balls anvil.
I meant to ask, is it too late to go back and ask him who Blue is?
You can run it back in if you like.
Hey, sorry, Ivan. Just want to scratch my curiosity itch here. You mentioned Blue. Is that a work accomplice of yours?
Oh, yeah, that is the potion Arakakra at the Bottle of Blue store. She sells potions and magic scrolls.
Oh, I see. Interesting. Okay, I didn't know that you guys did work together.
On special jobs, especially regarding magic, we do.
Okay, thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.
Okay.
And before I leave, I take a good look up and down of Ivan.
He's a dwarf. He looks like he's been working in the forge all day. Red beard, bald head, eye patch over left eye. Just stouty. He looks like pretty ripped for a dwarf. And was there anything specific you wanted to notice? Or
does he have any scars?
He's just wearing common smith.
Does he have any scars on his face?
One from where the eye was missing. Like there's like a vertical line.
Okay, Telltale Games. Normandy will remember that. Cool.
I'm gonna call this episode "We Will Remember This." Okay.
Yeah, and then I leave. I go back out. Sorry, guys.
All right. So Gilbert addresses you all and says, "Okay, are we done shopping, or do we want to do a little bit more? Also, we should keep in mind, do we want to go to that funeral? He said it's gonna take place in about 5 hours. So
I'd like to go. I don't regret my decision at all, Zippy. I don't regret it at all, but I do feel like I'm partially responsible for his death, so I'd like to go.
Okay, well, we'll do that this evening then. But we still have some time to investigate the key and do some more shopping if you still need to. Do any of you want to still do some shopping?
Yes, I'd like to. Everyone else seemed to get really sweet stuff, and I've got Zip, so I'd like to go to the magic store, please.
The magic store, okay. Like magic items and stuff?
You know what? You recommend the place. You're the local.
Okay. I did hear of somebody parading around magic items last time I was in Aurum, but let's go double check with someone. You go up to one of the fruit stands that is selling selling food. You specifically go to one that's selling raisins. A raisin stand, and there's just a weird, small, little teenager guy there, and he has like acne all over his face, and he's selling raisins. So Gilbert asks the raisin stand owner, the teen, and he just says, "Excuse me, I'm looking for Valentine's. I heard he maybe sells around this area." And the teen responds,
Yeah, I've heard of him. Why do you want to know?
Well, I was not expecting that voice, and we just want to go shop there.
Fair enough. I heard he's in the one district to the west, southwest, west, south. Yeah, go there.
Little child, are you all right? You sound like you're on the brink of death. You okay?
I'm 18. I'm not a child.
Oh man, you look diseased. All right, let's go.
Excuse me.
Let's go. Move out.
For that, you better buy some raisins.
How
I
much
would
are
like
they?
some raisins.
Yeah, how much are they?
I'll take some too.
Okay. Oh yeah. How much?
How many raisins do I get for 1 gold piece?
1 raisin.
What? That's like robbery.
Well, I gotta make a living.
I'll take 10 raisins, please. I'm a little hungry.
Let me think. That'll be 9 gold.
Ooh, discount price.
What? I mean 10.
Oh, that
me.
seems more right.
I lean in and give him like a winning smile, and I say, "How about 10 raisins for me for 2 gold pieces?"
No.
What? All right.
Listen, buddy. I'm trying to make a living here.
I pay him the 10 gold pieces.
Okay. And he gives you a little bag filled with 10 raisins.
Oh, goody! I'll munch on these to the store.
I give him 1 gold piece, and I get my raisin.
Here's your 1 raisin.
It's not even in a bag, and he just puts it in your hand.
I eat it. How's it taste?
You eat it?
Yeah.
It tastes a little funky. It doesn't taste like a normal raisin, to be honest. This one specifically tastes like it has like an apple note to it. But it goes down smooth. It's very chewy. It's kind of like gum too.
Is it gum? Because I wouldn't swallow it.
No.
Okay. Hey.
It's very chewy and tough, but then you down it.
I say, hey, do you know what? That was actually really good. Here you go, and I give him another gold piece.
Ooh, one more raisin.
And he puts it in your hand.
Oh, that was gonna be a tip, but all right, I eat that one too and leave.
Oh, never mind. Take it back.
And he takes the raisin back.
No, I want it. I try to grab it back.
Okay.
And he puts it back.
All right, I eat it.
Darian, do you want any raisins?
No, I think I'm all right.
They're really good.
No, I think I'm okay today.
Okay. Okay, so you guys are done, and you know where Valentine's, apparently the Magic Man's shop is. So you go down to the southwest. By the way, Zippy, are you munching on the raisins as well?
Yes, I said I was munching on them on the way to the store.
Do you eat them
a
all?
voice in my head. I ate half of them.
Okay.
I do want to talk to Zippy for a sec as well, just when it's appropriate.
Go for it now as you're walking.
Yeah, just as they're
Munch,
walking,
munch.
I just kind of, I guess, like pull Zippy aside, or we kind of create some space for a second. Zippy, I wanted to apologize for how short I was with you in the store. It wasn't very appropriate of me to respond to you like that for being upset with Norman about some other things. So I'm sorry.
That's okay. You helped me get this carrot peeler right here. He waves it in front of Darian's face.
Oh yes. Yeah.
It's very nice of you to help me through that situation. You see, I'm the type of person who appreciates actions more than words, and well, you showed me that you're a man of action, and I appreciate that.
Thank you, Zippy. I appreciate that.
No problem. Would you like some raisins? I noticed that you were eyeing them. I think you wanted to maintain strong in front of that young man there, but it's okay. You can have some of my raisins right here.
Sure, I'll try one.
But you can only have 2.
Wait, like I have to try a minimum of 2?
2 or 1. It's up to you.
Okay.
Maximum of 2.
1 is just fine.
He is 1.
You notice, Zippy, when you were munching, they all kind of had like different flavors, different fruit flavors. And the one you eat, Darian, tastes like a durian.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, this is like...
that was... You're enjoying these?
They're great. Mine tastes like marshmallow, like pear, and then like grass, and I love grass.
I don't know what mine was, but it
all
was...
the colors of the rainbow.
What?
I think that your taste...
What?
I think that,
That was God
your
speaking.
taste... I think that your taste buds are a little not refined enough, unfortunately, Darian.
I just think if they're all different flavors, I think mine might have just been a bad one in the batch. Oh.
Let's hope so.
Zippy doesn't believe it. He's like, something's up.
All mine have been good though, so.
Well, I hope the rest of them are good as well. Why don't we catch up with the others?
As you guys go, you are walking down the street, and it's getting less high class. It's more into middle class area now, and you're looking down every corridor, and then out of the corner of Gilbert's eye, he says, "Oh, look, there it is. I think that's it. That like station circus kind of wagon looking thing." And you see it is like this old style circus kind of wagon with big letters on the side that says Valentine, the Cursed Curiosity Collector.
Can we go up to it?
Yep.
I walk
You
up.
go up.
I walk up, and who's there?
No one. It seems empty.
Oh, hello?
There's like a little door at the back where there's like steps leading up to it, like a.
Oh, you have to go inside.
Yeah,
It's not like a street, like a food car or a food truck.
No, it's not like a food
Oh,
truck.
okay, sorry,
It's,
yeah.
It's like a little kind of.
Okay, then I just walk inside.
Thing. Okay. So, without knocking, you walk inside, and this is like some Doctor Who stuff. It's like it's bigger on the inside, and you walk in, and you see like just you're blinded, and your senses are overload, or your senses are just in overdrive because you get this magical wave hitting you. Your tattoos glow a little bit, Normandy. And there's like red and yellow drapes going throughout the store. It's a huge like store, and you see shelves of like what you can tell is magical items. And there's a guy who's just like half asleep and just like had his legs up on one of the shelves and was leaning back in a chair. And as soon as you like barge in, he kind of like shoots up and he's like,
I'm sorry, but I'm allowed to park here. They said I could.
I raise up my hands and say, no worries, no worries. I'm not here as any government official. I'm here to shop. I assumed you were open.
Oh, for real? Oh, yes. Yes, customers. I've had those before. Well, first off, hello.
Hello.
I am Valentine, the cursed curiosity collector.
It's funny.
I don't know what to do from here, but to be honest.
Well, I'm actually in the market for some magical items, and I heard that you were the place to go to.
Somebody actually said that? Wow.
Well, you know what? He's not your best sponsor. He's kind of a whiny kid. They're selling raisins down the street.
Oh, Dylan. Yes, I know Dylan.
Yeah, but you know, a sponsorship's a sponsorship.
Don't buy his raisins, by the way. They're garbage. They all taste like durian.
Mine tastes a little bit appley, actually, but, you know...
You're a liar.
You're a liar.
Well, do you know what? As you say, friend. Tell me about your wares. I'm very curious.
Yes, wares. I have those. In my collection, as you can see.
Hold on.
As you take...
Wait, can I give this guy, like, an insight check for, like super well, I guess I don't need to, but he's giving me super sketchy vibes right now.
Yeah, sure, roll an insight.
Okay. 16.
You can tell this isn't a really great merchant. he's not really good at his job. But he doesn't know why his business is unsuccessful, probably, as what you can glean. But, you know, he's Valentine, the cursed curiosity collector, so that's what he does. But yeah, he doesn't seem like disingenuous with wanting to sell you stuff, though.
Okay. Do you have like a well, I'm looking for a couple things. One, I'm looking for something. Well, do you know what? Can I just say that I'm kind of browsing? I'm looking around.
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
If you'd like to browse there's more items on the second floor.
You see there's like a stairwell in the back that leads up some stairs. There's even a second floor to this place.
Well, don't mind if I do. Are Darian and Zippy in here with me?
Yes, I'm standing right behind you. Normandy, you can't see me.
You scared me.
Hey, what is that?
I'm right here, goat boy.
What are you as well? Excuse me, Mr. Tiefling. Why did you bring these carnival animals into my store?
You know what? They're part of my entourage, actually. I'm just kidding. They're my friends, my compatriots. This is Zippy and Darian. We met each other not too long ago, but we're already bonding, I can tell.
Hello, Valentine, cursed curiosity collector. I've already said that. Yeah, if you'd like to browse, you can do that.
Well, the first thing
just be careful not to like lick anything because you might explode.
Okay.
Do you
maybe
have anything for storage?
Yes. Let me think about it. I think I have a bag of holding right here.
And it comes out of his hand, and you see, whoa!
Oh,
There's a
perfect.
magic bag. A bag of holding, 50 gold.
Well, here, I'm gonna just keep that on retainer. Maybe we can try and work out a deal, but I've got dibs on that.
How about I just pay 50 gold up and take it right now?
All right, 50 down.
I like this. This is good.
50.
Yes, I'll take
51.
that. I'll take more.
I already paid the 50. It's already on the table.
51 gold. It's final sale.
What?
50. He gave me 51 gold. I'm taking it.
Fine, 52.
Okay, I'll take that as well.
All right, I'm taking it from his hand immediately.
Highest bidder.
I want my gold back. I want my 1 gold back then.
No.
Well, you can't win them all.
Normandy,
Okay,
you
fine,
owe me
here it
2
is.
gold for that.
What? No, I that's why I came in here. I was like, you know what though? You can have it. All right, friend.
Okay, Darian, you get a bag of holding. You can add that to your inventory. It's basically for listeners. It's just like it really increases your inventory space, so the amount of things you can carry. It's like a weird dimensional bag.
It's weightless too?
Yeah, it feels the same as just a regular bag.
That's amazing. I pick up the music box. And I say, how big is it, Seth?
It's music box size. It can fit in your hand.
Okay.
But yeah.
How much is this?
Yes, I like that one. The recording message thing. Pretty neat. I used to record a podcast on it, actually. 40 gold for that!
40 gold. And I can play music into it of my own as well.
Yeah, I guess. You can record music, speech. Almost anything audible can be recorded on it. Isn't that amazing?
That's a done deal. I hand him 40 gold.
And that's a 40 gold to my pocket.
Bam. Do it.
Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am.
And then, I mean, Zippy, do you want to turn? Because I have a couple things that I want to get.
I'm just...
By the way, I should mention to the listeners, I don't think I described Valentine's actual look. He's wearing these like he's wearing this draping like cloak that has symbols of suns and moons on it, and he's an elf actually, and he has just black hair and a kind face. But yeah, he looks like he's wearing like a bathrobe that is made of suns and moons.
Does he actually like he's an elf? Does he actually like look old then?
No, he just talks like an old man.
Okay, I was gonna say that's wow.
If you'd like to ask his age, you can.
No,
Darren
that's
doesn't
okay.
care that much.
I wasn't going to tell you anyways.
I've just been staring at this doorknob right here.
No!
This doorknob looks like something I would definitely want.
All right.
How much for this doorknob?
Which one? There's a regular doorknob and then there's the magic one.
Sorry, I've just been staring at the actual door into here. But now that you've mentioned this magical doorknob over here, this looks mighty better than the other one. How much for this?
For the regular doorknob?
No, but that one is very nice. The magical
It's really
one.
smooth. Smooth to the grip.
The regular one?
Both.
I couldn't agree more. Could you show me what this magical one does?
Yes. Actually, I'm not. Let me get my assistant to do that one. I don't really know too much of the ins and outs
This is
of
your
the
shop.
doorknobs.
I demand that is you as the leader of the shop show me. It's your
I'm
it's your
the collector. I'm the cursed curiosity.
It's your
collector man.
responsibility.
That's the collector, right?
Okay, fine. Let me try. Okay. Let me put this here. Put it here.
And he puts the doorknob on the floor, and then he pulls on it, and a door opens up. And you look down, and it's like just blackness. And he's like,
Yep, that's about right.
and he closes it. And he's like,
Yeah, so this basically, when you put it on a flat surface or like a wall or the floor or anything, hinges appear and it opens like a door. So like, say if you were in your house, you could put it on your wall, open it, and then you'd get into the next room that's behind that wall. Pretty neat. But how about this regular doorknob?
Oh yes, what does this regular one do?
Well, actually, quite surprising. You put it in a door, and you turn, and it opens.
It needs the door, though, doesn't it?
Yes, it needs a door. It needs a frame. It needs a hinge. There's a lot of extra pieces that you need to buy to make this specific doorknob work. The other one works just regardless. Pretty bad. I like to put effort into what I do.
Really? Because it seemed like you didn't want to show me how the magical one works. Seems
Well,
a lack
it
of effort
depends.
there.
You know, I'm one of those guys who just, like, does what he wants to do, you know? Like,
No, I actually yes.
No, you don't know
I
what
think
it
I
is that-
can
you know-
agree with
you
that.
know-
I do the same
you
thing.
know what I'm talking about. Don't even pretend.
No, I
You've
won't
been-
pretend
you've
anymore.
Been to places. You've seen things. You've lived a life. You can't tell me you never just wanted to do something that you wanted to do.
It seems you've lived a life full of non-regrets.
Actually, I have so many regrets. Specifically, all the curses I have.
Oh,
That's
I
regardless.
can only imagine with how much you procured here. I'll take the doorknob, the magical one.
Oh, bad choice, but 200 in my pocket now.
There you go.
Could I do a package deal?
No, unless
This ain't-
it's
this
actually
ain't
a
no Vault
package.
Value Mart, Connor.
Could I, if I...
Unless you're actually buying a package that is called deal, then yes.
I see
but
what you're
no,
saying.
Otherwise.
I see the immovable rod and the verdant gloves. Could I do
Okay.
both of them for 200?
No.
You're not willing to barter on any of it?
I'll give you this regular doorknob, though. Please take it off my hand.
Darian, that's the one I kind of wanted. Could you get that for me?
Okay, I'll take it for free.
No. Pay.
No, I'm not taking it then.
Okay, I'll take it back then.
All right.
Do you, yeah, sorry, go ahead, Darian. If you're still deciding, I totally know what I want.
Yeah, you go for it then. I was hoping he would be willing to discuss these things, but he doesn't seem to want to.
You know, alright, cool. What is this, chest here that says void on it?
Oh, don't open that one. That one's weird as whack.
Well, when you say that, it makes me want to open it, though. That's the only problem.
Okay, yeah, do it. 150 per pull. I don't know what's in that chest. Random things come out. It's a lot of fun.
Well, you know what? A little bit of chance never scared me.
But
I hand over...
full disclosure,
Oh.
some people get pulled into it. That's not my bad. I still get the 150 up front, though.
Where does it take you to?
No clue.
Alright, let's do it. I hand over 150.
Okay, you are pulling from the void chest, which is a random chest. Even I don't know what item you're gonna pull. I have a generator here. So, you pull,
Well,
150 gold.
Yeah,
You ready?
Yeah, well, I'm basically planning on doing this 3 times.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Full disclosure, these might be the weirdest, most useless items. So, here we go. Item number 1.
Oh, man. And I can just hear all my money just drain out of my bank account.
Okay. You pull out some shin protectors.
No!
Like soccer shin protectors. And, you don't know what they do, but you hand them over to Valentine, and he's like,
Oh, what a good find! This is incredible. I might even buy it off you. These shin protectors lead you to the nearest freshly dug grave whenever you see your crush. Think of all the uses.
Are these magical in the sense that they'll shrink down to fit whoever's wearing them?
Probably not. It'll fit you though, it looks like.
Well, I'll sell them to you for 160 gold. What do you say?
Oh, no. I'll take that for a cool 20.
No, I'll keep them. What color are they?
They're white.
Ugh,
I hope you could see that with your eyes.
white. All right. You know
do you
what?
mind if
That's
I
the
pull
gamble.
from it as well?
Step right up.
All right. I pay him the
you're gonna
150.
pull
I don't
from the
give it a
void
go.
chest?
I was gonna go 2 more times, but
But remember, you can write it down. Make sure you note what it does. It'll let you find the nearest freshly dug grave whenever you see your crush, like as in the person you like the most,
That's
or
so good.
romantically.
all right. Well, who do I like?
Okay.
All right. Cool.
All right. Darian, you're up.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Reach in.
You put your arm into the void chest and pull out a razor blade that is covered in human skin.
What?
It's a razor blade covered in human skin. And it's he's like,
Oh, what a terrible find. Hopefully you don't get any curses from it. But this one specifically, I can tell that it splits into 2 copies of itself whenever you talk with your mouth full. What a good get!
Would you be willing to buy this off me?
Nope, that's human skin, baby. I don't mess with that.
Oh my gosh, that's like so morbid. That's super disgusting. Ugh.
Someone put
Yeah,
me in the
pretty gross.
chest. I'll try to grab as many items as I can.
Ooh, I'm down for that.
I think that's a horrible idea, Zippy. I mean, most of your ideas are golden, but that one, I feel like is asking for that's asking for certain death, probably.
I don't know. It doesn't seem too deep in there.
Well,
I could probably stand on it and be totally fine with my head sticking out.
If you want to try, you can try.
Oh man.
You have to pay 150 gold though.
I'm game if you are.
Now that this is becoming more real, I'm a bit scared now.
Well, yeah, think about it. Think on it. And let's see what happens when we take another item out. And if it's any better, then maybe that's an incentive for you to go in.
There's a bunch of razor blades in there. That could be bad.
Go for it, Normandy.
Multiplying.
Bunch of human-skinned razor blades.
Ugh.
Okay, Normandy, you're reaching in again?
Yeah, I'll do it. Here's another 150.
Okay.
Rummaging
You
around.
reach in, and you pull out a small cage about the size of your head. It's just a small cage the size of your head.
Oh, woo! That is a weird one. This one specifically enchants your favorite object with a very minor ability whenever it isn't being looked at.
What ability? Can I choose?
I have no clue. A random, very minor one, apparently. But you cannot look at it, though. And it only works on your favorite object when it's put in the cage.
While it's in the cage, or does it only get in?
Yeah.
Huh.
No, you put it in the cage. Okay, this is what I think. I think you put it in the cage. Your favorite object has to be your favorite, and only your favorite. Put it in the cage, look away, and then when you look back, it should have a very minor ability attached to it.
Norman, what is your favorite object? Is it that pendant?
Yes. And I reach in and I take my pendant out from underneath my shirt. I didn't know that you noticed it. Yeah, this is my oldest possession.
I saw it earlier, and I see that you keep it close to your chest, so I'd assumed it meant something to you.
I was actually.
Looks pretty heavy metal, dude. Rock on!
Do you know what? I'll keep the cage. Thank you. And I put the pendant back under my shirt.
Okay.
Interesting. Good
Um,
idea, Connor.
So, do you want to pull one more thing from this terrible void chest?
This thing really sucks, but now I can't afford anything else I want, so let's do it.
Here, yeah, Zippy, are you still wanting to
Terry,
go for a dive?
Terry, you keep bringing this up.
Hold your chair, guys. Hold your horses. Let me do this one more thing.
All right.
Okay. You reach in,
Come on, like
and you
super
pull out.
Master Sword. Come on.
Okay, I have to Google this real quick because I don't even know what this is.
No.
It's called.
Man, if you have to look it up, I feel like that's bad news, man. I'm doomed.
Okay, this is okay. I'm gonna change what it is because I can't even Google it. Okay,
This is an explosive water bottle that emits a thick fog covering a 20-foot radius whenever you bleed in daylight.
So wait, when does it explode?
When you bleed in daylight.
So it
So
explodes.
you just have to hold it at arm's length.
If you'd
the whole
like to
time?
test, I think we have a razor blade.
So, like, if you had that, like, attached to your belt, and then you got hit, Normandy, it would emit, like, a big smoke cloud for you to escape from. That actually has some good practical uses.
That's what I was thinking. That might actually not be too bad. But does it explode?
It's like a water bottle filled with thick fog.
I keep it. Yeah, I love this one.
Okay.
All right, I'll do one more.
You guys love to gamble. I love it. Poor choices were made today, boys. Oh, this. Okay.
You reach in
Oh,
and
no.
you pull out a corset.
Ooh.
You pull out a corset, and he's like,
Oh, hot tamales. Yes, baby. This is a good one. You'll like this. Okay. The description I have for this one is that it is a corset that makes you switch between known languages with every sentence for 1d4 hours whenever you talk to a barkeep.
Perfect, man.
Does he have to be wearing it?
Oh, most definitely. Real snug, too. You have to have a good curve to get the languages out.
You can pretend to be a foreigner, be a woman, go talk to a barkeep, and get information that way.
Look, sir, would you be willing to purchase the 2 items that I've pulled from me?
Not the razor blade ones. That one's icky. But actually, maybe on second thought, I am a curiosity collector, so I'll take it off your hands. But the other one, I think it really suits your curves. Or will accentuate them
how
at
about-
least. Think about it.
Would you be willing to buy the corset for 30 gold?
Yes.
Perfect. I'll keep the razor then. In that case, I'm going to spend my last 280 on the immovable rod and the verdant gloves.
All right.
So I'm now at absolute 0, boys.
You know what those rods do?
I do.
Good. All right, so anybody else want to buy anything?
Do we want to explain the rod for the listeners, however?
Nope. I don't.
But Seth will.
Okay.
This flat iron rod has a button on one end. So it's just a rod with a button. And you can use an action to press the button, which causes the rod to become magically fixed in a place until you or another creature uses an action to push the button again. The rod does not move, though. Like, it'll stay it defies gravity. It'll just stay there, and it can hold up to 8,000 pounds of weight. It's pretty insane. So
Heck yeah.
that's what the immovable rod does. And the verdant gloves just allow the bearer to cast Druidcraft once per day, which is a cantrip.
Hey, that's mine.
All right. Please buy more. Did anybody want anything else?
No, I'm good. I'm all cleaned out, actually. Thank you very much.
Okay. Will you come back?
We'll see. I mean, if you could kind of, like, increase the odds of something good coming out of that chest, most definitely.
Hey, man, I don't even know what's in there.
All right, cool.
Zippy, are you sure you don't want to go for a little bit of a dip?
No, I think we're already running late for that funeral. I think maybe another time.
All right.
Yeah, let's
What
dip.
about you, little bunny? You gonna come back?
I have your door number or
Will-
doorknob.
Door number. We'll be back. You know what?
All
I'm
right,
just gonna go
sick
get something.
dudes.
I'm gonna go get my other wallet from my horse. I'll be back. I'll be back. Bye.
I leave my wallets with my horses as well.
I'm closing the door.
All right.
And he's like, bye, please come back.
And you leave Valentine's shop, and Gilbert's like, sorry, boys, I did not think it would go like that. I did not think it would be that weird in there. Anyways, next up, if we're all done our shopping, we'll go investigate the key and then hit the funeral.
Perfect.
All right. Sounds like a plan. End of episode. That's where it ends.